Hello buddy, welcome back to another video. And this video I'm gonna be showing you rare mob variants in Minecraft. So if you like Minecraft videos like this one, please make sure to leave a like, leave a comment as well, and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos. So in this video I'll be showing you these 13 rare mob variants. This will be mob variants you will be able to get in survival mode, but not stuff like a zombie that has armor or stuff like that. You will see what I mean when we get into it. So first of all, we have a rare version of the Axolotl. So I'm in the most recent snapshot, so we do have Axolotls in here. And so let's spawn a couple of Axolotl in. So in total there are 5 different colors. There's the leucistic or pink version, the gold one, the cyan one over here, and the wild one. But then there is a 5th version which is much rarer than the others. So it only has a 1 in 1200 chance of spawning. So it needs to spawn in 1200 of these Axolotl before I would get it. So that's a 0.08% chance. And that is the blue Axolotl. There it is. This is the rarest Axolotl in the game. And this blue version is also the only version that doesn't exist in real life, but looks very similar to the Pokemon Mudkip. Now let's move on to the next one. We have the Creeper. And so of course we have the normal variant, which I think we all know. But there is, well, a rare variant. I think most of you know about this one, but it's pretty rare still, because if a creeper gets struck by lightning, then it will turn into a charged creeper and it will have this force field around it, kind of like the enchantment glint on items. And so let's go to this creeper right here and let's summon a lightning bolt right on top of him. There we go. And then it turns into a charged creeper. And this charged creeper has a greater blast radius than the normal creeper, and also if it kills any other mobs, it will drop one of the mob heads of those mobs. So let's see that. Let's get a flint and steel. Here we go. We have the charged creeper, and let's blow it up next to a normal creeper. So now we will get this creeper head, and of course there was no blast radius because I have the game rule turned on. Let's set that to true, and then let's see the difference. So here's a charged creeper. There we go. And then a normal creeper has a much smaller blast radius. There we go. Then moving on to the third mob, we have the fox. And the reason I'm including this is because I actually forgot this mob in my all mobs video. Link to that is in the top right hand side of your screen if you want to watch that. So of course we all know this fox that was added to Minecraft. It's the beautiful orange fox, right? But there is a second variant, because if they spawn in a snowy biome, then they become the snow type of fox. Let's summon it in over here. This is the snow fox. It's completely white, and I don't think I've ever seen one of them before in survival Minecraft, but they do spawn in the snowy taiga, but they don't do anything different than the normal orange foxes. Next up we have a Mooshroom. Here's the normal Mooshroom. It's a beautiful red mushroom with red mushrooms on top. The second variant of this mob never spawns normally in survival mode, but you can still get it. If you find a Mooshroom and it gets struck by lightning, once again, it will turn into a brown Mooshroom. So this time it has the brown mushrooms on top. Of course it still looks like a normal cow, but then brown. And if it gets struck by lightning again, which, well, it gets turned back into a red mushroom. So this happens every single time it gets struck by lightning. It just switches between the two versions. And there's also a second way to get a brown mushroom. So if you breed 2 red mushrooms like this with wheat, there is a 1 in 1,000 chance of the baby mushroom being brown. And also the other way around, if you breed 2 brown mushrooms, there is a 1 in 1,000 chance of the baby being red. And if you breed a brown and a red mushroom, then there's a 0.5% chance that it becomes brown and a half that it becomes red. Let's summon it in over here as well so we can take a bit of a closer look. So here is the brown mushroom. And so if you shear the normal mushroom, it drops red mushrooms, but if you shear the brown mushroom, it drops brown mushrooms. Next up we have a panda, which follows very nicely from the previous mob. So we have lots of different types of pandas, and most of them you can differentiate by looking at their face. So this one is very angry at the moment. This one's normal. Let's see if we can get a couple more. So the normal one is the most common, and there is one that's the rarest. So panda breeding is, well, there's a lot that goes into it. And there we go, there's the weak one. So there's main genes and hidden genes when breeding pandas, and only if both of them are the same and both of them are brown, then you can get the brown panda over here. And so this brown panda is the rarest panda of them all, and I think it looks very cool next to the normal pandas over here. Then we have the rabbit. So this is not, as you might be thinking, the killer bunny, because you can't get the killer bunny in survival mode, and all of these rare mob variants I have over here you are able to get in survival mode. So this is a different rabbit. Normally it depends on which biome you spawn the rabbit in, what color it is, but if you happen to give it the name Toast, then it will always get this texture over here, the black and white texture. If you want to know more about named Minecraft mobs that get special perks, then check out the video in the top right hand side of your screen where I show all different name tag Easter eggs in Minecraft. Where the next one is also one of those, because it's the sheep. So there are 16 different colors of wool, and so also 16 different colors of sheep. Of course, there are the normal types of sheep that spawn naturally, so that's the white sheep. There's the black, grey and light grey versions as well. They have a little bit less chance of being spawned, only 4% chance. The brown sheep over here only has 2% chance. And then there is of course the most rare type of sheep that can spawn naturally, which I'm probably not gonna get, but it's the pink sheep. It has a 0.155% chance of being spawned, and I got one over there, and so it's very rare. But of course in survival mode it's very easy to get a pink sheep, right? So not a naturally spawned one of course, but if you just give a pink dye to one of these sheep, then they instantly turn pink. So that's why I've not chosen to use the pink sheep over here. I've actually chosen the Jap sheep. So there we go, it changes color. It still gives off the type of wool it had before I gave it the name, but it just changes color forever if you give a sheep the name Jap underscore. So I feel like this one would be the rarest. This one would be the one that appears the least in normal Minecraft worlds, because you have to actively give the sheep the name Jap, and a pink sheep can spawn naturally. Then for the horse, of course there's lots of different types of horses, but this one is probably the rarest. It is the skeleton horse, which normally spawns in the form of a skeleton trap, which spawns during a thunderstorm. So during a thunderstorm, a skeleton horse can spawn as a skeleton trap in your world, and if you go close to it, it will get struck by lightning and it will spawn skeleton horses with skeletons riding it, attacking you. And so from this event you can get the skeleton horse. There is also the zombie horse, but that is currently not available in the game. You can't get it in survival mode, so that's why I've not included it here. Also the skeleton horse drops bones, and as opposed to normal horses, you can actually ride it underwater. So here we go, we can go right into the water, and as you can see I don't get thrown off like with a normal horse, which makes skeleton horses very useful for traveling. Then we have the snow golem, and so here we have a normal snow golem, and you can get the rare variant, or the other variant, in this case it's not very rare I'm guessing, by using shears on the snow golem like this. It pops off the pumpkin, you can pick it back up, and now you can see the true face of the snow golem. It's actually summoned it in here as well, so you can take a better look at it. So it's completely the same as the normal snow golem, but you can see the face. Actually, if we go into the snow golem, spectator mode may be the easiest here, we can already see this face inside of the snow golem's face. So using shears will only take off the pumpkin, but will turn it into the rarer variant. If you wanna get any of these mobs, I will leave all the commands for these mobs in the description down below, so you can take a look at them for yourself as well. There we go, let's move on to the next one. We have the llama. So there are 4 different types of normal llamas. There we go, I think I got all 4 of them. There's the white, the light grey, the sandy color and the brown one. But there is a 4th llama, which is a little bit rarer. So the rare variant is the trader llama, which spawns when a wandering trader spawns. So 2 of these llamas spawn with the wandering trader. But this is a very rare event that only happens sometimes in your Minecraft world, while normal llamas can spawn anytime. And what distinguishes these from normal llamas is that they already have a carpet on their back, but you can't get this carpet by putting a normal carpet on one of these llamas. So you might think putting a blue carpet on a llama will give the same result, but this actually won't give this exact same carpet, as you can see here the difference. Then we have 2 rare variants of the villager. So there's the jungle villager and the swamp villager. Now you might be asking, wait, I can't get these in survival mode, right? Because jungle villages and swamp villages don't exist yet. or you're watching this in the far future and they do exist, but then this doesn't make any sense anymore. So currently there are no jungle villages or swamp villages in Minecraft, but you're still able to get these two types of villagers in the game. Of course you can also get them in every single different profession, but that would make this video way too long. So these two types of villages can spawn naturally if the village that contains them is actually overlapping with a jungle or a swamp biome. So if, for example, this house would have been just about in a swamp biome, then here a swamp villager could have spawned. But that's of course super rare. There's also a second way of getting them, and that's by curing zombie villagers that have this biome. So going into a biome like the jungle or the swamp and finding a zombie villager there, then curing it will also make you get these two types of villagers, which are very rare, and I think the swamp villager especially looks amazing. This guy just looks like a hamburger. And so furthermore they just work like normal villagers, of course. And then lastly we have a Vindicator, which if we summon it, that's just a normal Vindicator. Yeah, but it has a tag attached to it, a Johnny tag. So here we have a normal Vindicator, which as you can see will go after villagers, but it doesn't go after this sheep, for example. It's not interested at all. But if we summon in a Vindicator with this special tag, here we go, as you can see it will start going after every single mob in the game. And so now you're asking, wait, but you just summoned it in with a command, so how can I get it in survival? Well, if you name a Vindicator Johnny, it will immediately get these effects. So there we go, it goes after that, but it doesn't go after other Vindicators though. So just get a name tag and rename it to Johnny and put it onto a Vindicator. There we go. And now it will go after every mob that's near. There we go. He goes after this llama. He doesn't go after other Vindicators, as you can see. And so summoning it with the command actually doesn't make it have an axe, but it will have an axe as well. There we go. It goes after all types of other mobs, which normal Vindicators don't. And so there we go. Those are the rare mob variants in Minecraft. If I forgot any, please let me know in the comments down below, because I previously already forgot the snow fox, so it's definitely possible that I'm forgetting something. But there we go, that was the video. And so if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos like this one. Now I want to thank my tier 3 members, Zobot and the Smikla. Thank you so much for becoming a tier 3 member. If you also become a member, click the blue join button below the video to check out the different tiers. There we go, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you in the next one. So until then, bye bye!